Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day today. It's Tuesday. Today we are in Bristow, Oklahoma, and we came out here to install a Grundfos. And this, he wanted a little bit more water, so we're going to put the 11SQF-2 in. That's 11 gallons per minute. And he's going to be filling stock tanks and then wanting them to overflow to a large pond. But anyway, first off, I want to let y'all know that I appreciate y'all for coming and watching us, taking time out of your busy day to watch us do what we do. And today I hope to be a little bit more informative and kind of show you what we do, the ins and outs of everything that we're doing. And here's the well. It's way on down. I'm gonna try to get some light. I don't know if I can get it shining down there. I'll probably lose my phone down the well. That'd be great. But we're gonna measure it. I think he said it's about 175 foot static, which is pretty stinking deep, but that's nothing for this pump. So anyway, let's get the ball rolling. There's 179. That's the problem with these. I need a one of those that, there it goes. One of those that uses sonar, because looking down in here, the casing does this. So this kind of tape does not work unless you have something really heavy. I don't have anything really heavy to pull it down with. So there it's falling again.
There she goes.
There it's falling again. 200. Oh. I think what we'll do is we know our pump's plenty good enough to lift every bit as deep as he thinks this well is. I think he said it's 315 feet deep. So we're just going to start putting pipe in and the pump, because there's no really way good. I don't have the right tools to figure out the static on this thing the way this is. So
2,000 years later.
All right. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's do
Handy stick there for your
yeah, you
marking,
like that?
marking tool. Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, it was just laying there.
Yep. Just laying here almost like it needed to be used.
Yeah.
5 feet out. I'm gonna kind of get an idea where these little fellas. These I think are probably gonna get covered up. I think if I get my feet out of the way. There's 40 there. Again, it don't have to be this precise. We're just right there. That stick marks the spot where our pole's gonna go.
All right.
It gets us 5 feet from the center away from that. Looks like we're gonna come back and cut that. See how angled that is?
Oh yeah.
So, all right. I'm a digging tool. What did I do? Did I throw them in?
They're already out. Your handy helper just leaned up against the truck there.
Goodness, I don't know how you do that. All right, right there. Oh, I'm already in rock. Feels like not really. I'm gonna go 3 feet with this bad boy. Of course, our hole's gonna be a hole up bigger than this. This is just gonna get a start for me. That's how I messed up my eye one time. I went down like this, like that, and it stopped, and I stuck, and I was pulling it out, and it tore up my eye.
Yeah, came back and hit you right in your eye socket, didn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. That was an interesting phone call.
Yeah. And yeah, I think I'm blind.
You had to drive home. It was like you were an hour or so away, weren't you?
Yeah. Yep. But I finished the job before I left too, so.
Well, of course.
Now what I'm gonna do is make this kind of a square up here at the top. This is just kind of roughing it in. But we're gonna be 3 feet deep because I have a 9-foot post and I want 6 feet sticking up. 6 feet kind of keeps cows sort of out of it. But this right here gives it like a 16 or so inch base just to help it kind of level everything out and give it some rigidity. It's actually kind of sandy here. Not terribly sandy, this. Bristow. Sand.
Yeah, it was a cute little town that we drove through.
It was. Bristow. Had a Walmart's.
It did. Lots of little cute shops that you should take me back to.
Yeah. I'll be too stinky today to go to those places. I guess I can wait in the truck.
Oh, man.
I think we found terra firma. Yeah. Get my bar out. Did you get it out yet?
I did not get that one out yet.
This will soften up.
That makes things happen, huh?
Yep. Ooh. 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 Sand rock right there. Mm-hmm. For sure. Y'all, this is the real time. We don't have time to mess around. Take a smoke break.
We don't smoke.
We don't smoke. Even if we did, we wouldn't take a smoke break. Got work to do. Thirsty cows. Ground's hard down there, which is good because it gives that panel a good solid base for that pole. Can you see down this hole, Mama? I'm kind of belling out the. It's not just a straight hole; it goes down. It's going to go down and be shaped like that at the bottom. It'll bell out at the bottom. That's where it gets its anchor. And we'll square all this up nice and pretty before we're done, so the concrete will set up nice and pretty square.
We always try to do it the way we'd want it done at our place.
Right.
Even though this is in the middle of a pasture, it still means something to us.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Woo. Got 6 inches to go.
I'm glad you measured.
Doggies, me too. I thought I was already in there 4 feet. It felt like it. Hear that?
I do.
Rock. Man. What kind of rock it is. It's breaking up nice, but it's hard. Might be sandstone. Yes, I guess. I don't know. I'm no geologist. Oi. Oh, didn't want to do that. Ah! Hear that?
I do. Maybe it's buried treasure.
I need both.
Can you split it with me if it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
20/80.
I get the 80, you get the 20?
Yeah, you get the 80. Wait, no. I can't do math when I'm digging a hole. Well, I want to get this done today because it's supposed to start raining again for another week up here. Hard to get in and out of some of these places.
Yeah.
Woo! I didn't move none. I don't seem like. Huh? All that came out of there, and nothing. Hear that?
Whoa. Oh, that came off your
Yeah.
thing.
Hear that?
I do. I'm not sure that's...
We're just gonna chop away at it a minute. Hoi! 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 You wouldn't know if this bar is 62 pounds. The way I'm slinging it around. Look down there,
62, huh?
I don't know what I'm hitting down there. Something's smoking pretty good when I hit it. Hey, if it's there easy, everybody do it. Oi! We may be as deep as we're going, Mama. Ah. There ain't nothing happening up there. There's nothing coming out of there. I mean, sandstone's not that hard. Something is really working me over. It's gotta be sandstone. Why ain't it? Look, I'm not bringing anything out. And there's some clay chunks that are falling out that I'm knocking down off the edge. I'm not done. I've never let a little sandstone beat me. I ain't gonna start today. Oh look, how you like my new pants?
They look nice.
Whew. You hear that?
Yeah. Sounds pretty solid to me.
I think we've done our due diligence at digging a hole. Yeah, we're done. Party over. So here is where it gets nice. We're gonna carve this out nice and square. And again, it's just like a little 3-inch thick hat that sits on top of the ground of concrete, and our ground rod will be kind of driven in with it. I've always been told, if you can't make it right, make it pretty.
Well, I like it that you
Why not
make
do
it
both?
both.
Yeah, why not do both? So we're gonna do both. Look at that. And then our concrete may not completely cover that up, but we'll at least give it a huge, wide base to keep it stable this way. And then it's gonna be great.
All right.
Here's our pole.
Oh, let's show them your little tabs.
Well, what?
Your little tabs.
Yeah. These, oh my goodness, get out of there.
Things might have shifted in travel.
Yeah. It's just right there. It's got a little piece of pipe that's holding it up. A little piece of plastic pipe. Watch me fall.
Yeah, please be careful.
I ain't moving that. Here we go. Ain't just a hat rack. Let's pull out the same. There we go.
There we go.
This pipe This pipe is 10 pounds a foot. Heavy stuff. So those little feet, it's like a little torpedo. See that? What that does, it makes it, when it's going in the ground, it'll rotate and spin in. No, not really. All these are for is for when we put the wet concrete in, it keeps it from wanting to spin and twist. And I'm thinking, since this will have 2 panels on it, 2 of these big old honking panels, I don't want anything to rotate. No rotation once it's concrete and solid, so that should do it.
That was something you came up with in the...
I came up with this morning.
Thinking in the night and in the morning.
Yep.
He's always thinking.
Yeah.
How can he improve? How can he...
Look at that. Ooh, that's nice. Did you hear that? That's solid, y'all.
That's solid. All right, let's get set up for concrete.
A little wetter than I wanted to mix, but that's okay. This is just the very top piece. It'll be real good.
Mixing concrete old school style.
Yeah. Don't laugh at how wet it is. This will work, I promise you. The first mix was a whole lot better, and that's all what's all down the hole. This, I'll be able to get it to flow everywhere I want it to flow. And I know. Here's the rock right there.
Oh dear.
Yeah. A little bit more. Do I need to move those? Move this one up for you. How'd that be? I went through something, didn't I? I'm gonna move you up so I can not have to whack it so hard. And we're going through it. Yeah, I think we just drove through it. I think. Or is it just solid still again? Went through something. Let's try it again. Can you tell if it's going anywhere?
I think so.
Okay. I might call that good because that's 6 feet in the ground. Yeah. So, since we encountered rock, bedrock down about, I don't know, we'll say 2.5 feet down. This is a 6-foot ground rod. And so we tried right here to sink it. Nope, it wasn't gonna go. I thought about over here, but I was like, no, I'm gonna run the same thing. So what we did is we ran it down an angle, and now what that ground rod's done is it goes down, it'll actually follow that bedrock. So we're getting a whole lot better ground. So I think we're doing good. So, could do more wire splicing. Every one of these pumps you get to splice the wire in. Oh! This is what I use. That's what it ends up doing, a big old poke in like that. It does a really good job.
Does it make it better when you make the sounds?
I have to make the sounds or it's not going to get tight.
Ah.
Yeah, that's just a built-in thing.
Is that a pro tip?
Yeah, pro tip. If you wanted to, you come in and test these, but you don't have to because they're there. A lot of people don't have. They have like this style of crimp right there where it just smashes it. That little guy right there on cheaper crimpers, but this one does a really good job. A really good job.
Yeah. Okay, it's tight. But yeah, you could pull a dozer out with that if you wanted to. If you could get it to hang on to a dozer, you'd pull a dozer out of the mud with it. I always start with a green. I don't know why.
Green means go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. See, I've already got these stripped down.
And you put your sleeve on.
Yeah, I got a sleeve on. I'm gonna crimp this little bugger. Try not to get some in there because I don't want to do anything with it. Okay, crimp it. Go down. Ah! I mean, the tighter the better. You probably don't have to get on this tight, but I think the tighter the better. And this one, Mama, does it matter which wire I put where?
No, not on this type of motor.
Okay. Yep. So polarity doesn't matter on this. Which makes it easy. Because I would be the guy to screw it up.
It'd run backwards?
It'd run backwards.
I think there's lots of us that get to do redos.
Mm-hmm. Now, if the wind's gonna cooperate, I'm gonna try to get these things cooked on here. The wind probably ain't gonna work right. It's been still all morning, but now I want to do this. It's gonna blow my fire out. And the thing is to get your heat everywhere. And then once it starts to shrink in like that, I do start working on the middle more because I want it to cook from the center out. This has a gel on the inside. It ends up working its way out. You can see it filling that void right there. See how it's changing color? Slowly bring the heat out. Slowly bring it out. There we go. And what we're looking for is that to have a look all the way out like that. See how it's kind of translucent? You can see through it really good, and you see that glue that's coming out the end. That's what we're going for. Like I said, once I do the middle, get it squeezed down, I work on each side separately so I can kind of keep the fluid, the glue moving out the way I want it to. And again, the wind's not helping. See, it's trying to blow my fire out. We're just gonna keep that flowing up. See it flowing? And if you hit that wire like that, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt that wire. You're coloring that wire as well. See that stuff moving up? Boom, boom, and you hit it again. Hit it again. Hit it again on the back side. All right, see our stuff that oozed out. That is what we want. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. Now I'm really hungry.
Pizza?
Yeah. So you can get this too hot, and you'll burn it, and it'll poke a hole in it, kind of burn a little hole in it. You don't want that. But if it did, you can just go in and tape it up really good. Leave what's on there. They come back and hit it with some good 3 or 4 rolls of electrical, not rolls, 3 or 4 wraps of electrical tape. This is how I burn my eyebrows off. See, it's kind of, see that moving? Moving on up. Somebody made a comment on the video, and I think it all the time, but they said, with you teaching people how to do this stuff, aren't you working yourself out of a job or teaching yourself out of a job? I don't think so. You think I am, Mama?
I think so. I think it's, people ask all the time what we do.
Yeah. And I've thought it a lot, you know. It's one of those things, it's always in the back of my head. If I keep telling people how to do what I do, then I have nothing, you know, so why do people need to call me to do it? But I want to teach people. I love to teach. I wanted to teach Votech but I just never could do that with 2 babies at home and trying to do that and try to do this on the side. So
I mean, we've built up a lot of equipment that allows us to do these jobs.
Right, yeah, for sure.
It would be dangerous for people to do if they didn't have that equipment.
Exactly right. And I'm keeping it flowing out just like so. You see a little flame, back off, because you can easily get it too hot. And what it does, you'll see it, it'll split. You're like, oh, party over. But it's not party over. It's all right. I'm good with that. If you can see that, we got glue going out. Every one of them oozing out. See all that?
I think they can see it.
Both ends, like there, see it? Ow, that's hot. Not really, it really wasn't hot. That one's hot. Ooh. So, but that's what we're going for. That's what seals the water out of that connection. Roll it. I'm wanting a half a, see that, I want that to double over halfway every roll. So that, boom, see what I'm talking about right there? That one, every time I make a rotation, it's exactly hits it in the middle. That way you have a really good wrap, really good watertight seal. While you work.
So what are you doing here?
So every one of these, there's 300 feet of these little buggers. And I'm going in every one of these because they come without a coupling on it.
And what's a coupling?
Coupling is this. So you can put 2 pieces together. They're threaded all the way through both ends.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pipe thread on both ends, so they taper in like this in the middle. So every one of these little buggers gets one.
Now what's that stuff you're painting on there?
It's pipe dope. Pipe dope is what we call it. There's probably another better word for it other than dope.
Sealant?
Thread sealant. Dope is it's probably an oil field term. I don't know.
Trade term?
Trade term.
Yeah.
And this, you see that, how that's different? This is a check valve. So what'll be, you want to put a check valve every 200 feet. So I'm going to put this probably right at halfway up. I'll put it right in the middle somewhere. We'll kind of put it off to the side.
And what's important to know about a check valve?
That
they're one direction?
Just kidding. yeah. So there is an arrow in here, and then see that it flows this way, and I know it's going to flow because we use this side to pick it up with the truck. So that's how we always know it's going this direction. But a check valve keeps so much fluid weight off of the pump's check valve itself. See, it has a little chuck on the top of it. Actually, you can see it up there if you look down that hole, but if you wanted to. But there's just a little check in there, and it just helps the pump out instead of having, 300 feet of water column sitting on the pump directly. When the pump turns off, its check stops or closes, and this one will close at the same time. So this one holds half the weight, and the other one holds half the weight. So it affects the startup ease on the pump and everything. It's really good for it. Now, could you get by without it? Yeah, a lot do. But it's best to have it.
Another one of those things, if it was ours, that's the way we would do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I don't like redoing work. If it's for something you decide to leave out, a $15 part, it's a long drive, 2-hour drive each way for a $15 part plus 3 hours to trip all the pipe out and fix it. So it's a lot better just to do it right up front. Hey, I like my pants.
I like your pants. Wish they made them for girls.
I know, they don't. I'm sure somebody does, but they just don't have them yet.
Yeah, need to find a good women's workwear.
Mm-hmm. If anybody knows of one, put it down in the comments or tell us about it. These are redhead breeches. We got them at Cabela's with our points. We cash in our points every year from all of our fuel and everything that we buy, because all of our trucks, we run them on a Cabela's card so we can get free goodies.
Keep telling him we might need to, you know, switch to maybe a travel card or something like that.
I like getting free boots and free pants to last me throughout the year. Travel. We travel when we're retired.
Who's got time for that, right?
Right. Not us.
Aw, did you get pipe dope on your new pants?
I got oil on
Broke
the
'em
other
in.
day.
That's all right. If you got nothing on your work pants, people are going to question whether you're working.
Yeah. Exactly right. So these are galvanized couplings. There's 3 different types of couplings you can do. You can do PVC, or wow, that sounds cool. You can do PVC, galvanized, which is what these are, or stainless. Stainless is by far the better. Galvanized is just as good if you can protect it from the water. It's got a protection on it already, but where they cut the threads in it, that's not protected. So we're gonna run tape on it and prevent any corrosion getting in there with our 2-inch wide tape. But if anybody's looking and wondering what we're putting on here, what these are made out of, they're galvanized steel. Good times. It's a nice day here in Bristow, Oklahoma.
It is.
Storm's coming tomorrow though. This is supposed to be the only day this week that's not rainy and stormy, so we had to get down here and get this, or up here, out here,
Up here.
up-ish.
So I'm sure our viewers can see that there's a windmill tower in the background here.
Yep.
And some preparations here by the owner for the windmill that.
So he had every good intention of putting a windmill here. They drilled the well, and this well, like I said, is 317 feet. I've got the paperwork on it. But the static is like 187 or 178 feet. And he's got this air motor. It's an 8-footer, but it will only pump up to 150 feet. So, you know, and we started talking about how much water he could keep in a tank. So to even get that thing to ever pump, which I don't think it'd ever do any good. I don't think it would pump it at all.
The well's too deep.
The static water level's too deep.
Oh, static water.
Yeah,
yes.
the well depth doesn't matter.
That's right.
All that matters is the level, the distance from yellow. That sounds so cool. Is the distance from here, this surface, down to if you ran something down and you touch water. That's the only thing that matters, because that's the lift. So that's the only thing that we're worried about, is that depth right there. Some of them are tight.
Is that your last piece?
It's the last one. Then I get to go through every one of
Want
these.
to put your T on that one?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I can still do this.
Yeah.
God, she's keeping me straight, y'all.
It takes both of us.
It does. And I hope y'all can hear, because it wasn't this windy earlier. And I still haven't gotten a microphone. I'm still trying to research what kind of microphone we need to work. So, I don't know. I think we might flip this once we get it down, because I want it set in horizontal so they can go this way or this way, and he can meter it with valves. So I'm just going to put this on there hand tight like that. So I'm going to pull him over here. I want to pull, because I want to keep these from getting tangled up and all the others. So that one will go in very last, that one will go in
halfway,
somewhere in the middle. Yep. So actually what I'm going to do, you know, is I'm going to pull him back over here, and I'm going to move. We'll make us a little thing here. Lay them out really nice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that.
Yeah, you have 15 total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. That's good. We can do that. So I will put, where do you go? Right here. Put that guy right there. We'll start here, go there, finish up there.
All right, so now you're going to tighten all those couplings down with your pipe wrenches?
Yeah.
All right.
Bada bing. Look at that. Oh yeah. Ah, oh, tight. That's what we do right here. Take off and spin it. Oh yeah, tight. And you don't have to kill it. It's plastic. Get it good and snug. It's got thread sealant on it. It's plenty good. Look at that. I'll probably have bad shoulders one of these days. Doing all this stuff. You know what? Hope not.
You do wear and tear on your body, but hopefully.
Yep. Built for speed and longevity, hopefully. Am I about done yet with these? Ah, goodness. Here, train. Alright, there's that. So now I need to adjust. Actually, I'm not going to tighten him, am I?
That's right.
Because I was going to do that by... I'm going to pull it off and rotate it once we got it in here. I have to leave it on there like that so I can... so my tool will grab a hold of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you want to check the direction of your check valve, blow with it. Don't go that way. But you could blow this way. So. Right. See, that goes over there, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mama. So we've got all the pipe laid out ready to go. Pump spin wired. So what we're gonna do now is eat some lunch. And you're wondering, Shane, what do y'all eat while you're out there working in the heat? So this is our snacks, almonds. But Lori is
I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne.
yeah. So she sells Arbonne, and we love this stuff. I actually did a
30 days to healthy living.
yeah. So I really did this 30. I don't know, y'all. I don't get into all this stuff, but she became a consultant. It was a way for us to try to offset some money during the slow times, because windmilling has a slow time. So what she does is she sells these things, and we kind of did a little trial thing to see if it was really worth it or not. And this thing is called 30 Days to Healthy Living, and what you do is you, like she's making up a shake right here. Let's see where the shakes are. So there's one right there. It's
just their protein. It's their meal replacement.
Yeah.
There's chocolate, vanilla, and coffee now.
Yeah. Are these coffee?
These are coffee.
So the 30 Days of Healthy Living is kind of like a, I want to call it like a gut reset, maybe? Is that what it is? So it's a gut reset. You replace 2 meals a day with these shakes. These shakes have like crazy amounts of protein and all kinds of good stuff. And what's crazy, y'all, is it worked. I was about 215 to 219. I kind of flowed between that range. So I gave this thing a go because she wanted us, me and my buddy Greg and his wife and Lori, we all did it. We all wanted to see if it really worked. Well, it worked. I'm down to 190. This morning I was 196. I'm kind of hovering around 196 now. So I lost right at 20 pounds in 30 days. So
there's a lot more to the 30 days to healthy living, but if you're needing to just replace a meal, I mean, this is easy. Like
super easy.
Just mix it with water.
Yep.
And they're filling. It's 24 grams of protein. It has avocado oil in it, so that's what makes it so yummy and smooth.
Yep.
And so you just mix it and go.
Mix it and go. So we also add apple in. So I mean, and I'll be honest, when we were really working hard, I had a hard time replacing 2 meals a day because it seemed like, but I didn't. Okay, let me go back. When we first started this, I think it was a mind game. When we first started, it was a mind game totally, and I had a really hard time replacing 2 meals. So what we ended up doing is I would go ahead and bring something else along to eat along with this shake because I felt like I just ran out of gas. But again, people, it was all in the noggin. My body was saying, Shane, you need to eat a hamburger. You need something fat in you. You need sugar. But about, halfway through the month, my body kind of reset itself on the way it was thinking that it needed. So now this is enough. Even when we're out here setting up a windmill, doing any kind of work, this is it. This is our lunch. We have, in the morning, we eat turkey sausage and fresh eggs from the farm. And at night, we try to eat something halfway healthy. We don't always do that. Sometimes it's pizza. Sometimes it's a burger. I mean, but anyway, if you ever wondered what we eat while we're out here, that's what we eat. Arbonne protein shakes. If you want to get a hold of these things, let us know. And I'll probably try to figure out a way to put a link somewhere up in this area. That way you can have a link to my wife's page and you can order the stuff. She can get it to you. And it's really worth trying it because you can really change your life with it. So we're gonna eat. We'll see you here in a minuto. This is the first one. I'm gonna switch over to this new type though. Just so I'm not trying to fish out of the bottom.
Do you need the splash?
Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, get it out just in case. Someone caught me. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, ease it up. You can go ahead and go up now. Okay. Drop the thumb down. That'll work. That'll work. Man, this thing. Good enough. Oh yeah. our sensor. We got a blob of loose wire right there. So a lot of people look at it and go, that's gonna rub, it's gonna be bad. So this pump is a soft start. So like I said 1,000 times, there's no rotational torque when it starts up. It slowly goes up and slowly goes down. So this isn't a big enough casing, but this right here gives it room to kind of flex down there a little bit when all this weight gets on it. There's not gonna be hardly any flex at all, but it's not sticking out far, but I just wanna address that before we get anywhere else. So, all right, mama, let's go on down. All right, so we're a little ahead of where we was when we turned it off, but you can see we got our panels set. They're not to the right angle. Here we're gonna get it to where it faces directly south, and then we'll kick it up to 29.5 degrees. But right now it's still level, so I can kind of do all my fitting. But what we got is that we got all the well finished up. We got the panels set on the rack. We've got this bad boy mounted up here, this disconnect box. So it just has a screw at the top, screw at the bottom, holds it on, it's good and rigid. And then our conduit, plastic conduit with our wire, is gonna feed up through this, going to our, right up here, and then out of that we'll go, our panel wires will come in here. I think this side right here is what I decided to do through that one. So, yep, it's all gonna go together. It's all working. And we're finally getting to work in the shade.
Woohoo!
You're not getting to work in the shade though, but I am. The camera lady's always out in the sun. So, alright, so we got that. Pull it out of there. To right. I like to get them to right to the edge of that. This is a little long right there. I just pulled off extra when we did the pump, but I like them to get to the edge of that and then to the edge of that. That way you have plenty of room to do your thing in there. I'm gonna grab a level. Doesn't have to be level, but you know, you might as well, right?
Yeah.
And right here. Okay, a little to level. And get an idea where I need to be. So that's 26 inches. Cut me a 26-inch piece. Is that third piece I've been cutting them over? 26-inch piece. 26-inch piece is at the A. Yeah, we're just chugging along. Ain't we, Mama?
We are.
Chugging along. Phone. Working, y'all. Okay, so this, we'll feed this up through here. Okay, and now, up and away. Up and away. Get this down here. I think we'll do our normal thing where we, where we normally glue this. We get it all together. Okay. These things are dumb, I think, when they don't want to stay where they're supposed to stay. That in there really good. It's gonna go in here real good. Oh yeah, right there. Look at that.
Looks lovely.
Okay, so we got that there, that there. These are all in. So I'm gonna snip these because they're too long.
Right here.
Oh, you got them out? You got some of these already? Oh, you do. Man, miles ahead of me. This is number 12. Strip off about a quarter of an inch or an inch. Just like so. Snip it. Snip it real good. Inch to 3/4 of an inch or so. We're using twist nuts on these things, so that way you can, the reason I put this in this area is so you can, a fella such as us at some point that wants to come in here and service this, we'll be able to disconnect the wires right here instead of going and pulling it all the way from the box. It's a whole lot easier here, you know? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Sure do.
Right till you can't go no more. And go more. Okay, there's one. Move him out of the way. Ow! Those are just kidding, they're not hot. I'm toying with you. Why'd you jump?
Because you get me. I tell you, one day you're gonna wish you
what's
hadn't
happened?
gotten me so many times.
I'll be getting fried and you'll just be laughing at me. Thinking I'm toying with you.
Yeah, and you won't be.
No,
I think there's a story about that. The boy that cried wolf.
Yeah. Just like this. This is where you don't want to be colorblind, I guess. At least really colorblind. I'm supposed to be colorblind, but I can still see these colors. I mean, I know it's a yellow one, green, and
Purple.
blue right there. Oh, purple? Is that? I was thinking it was more of a blue. This might be more colorblind than I thought it was. Alright, everybody gets shoved down into here. Just gonna stick them right in there. Maybe if we go there. There we go. Look at that. Okay. We got really nice little hat somewhere. No telling. There's not any telling. I'll find one. Phillips work too. Y'all, this is almost done. We've been here since 10, probably.
I think so.
So it's 5 hours in so far, but we've been chatting a little bit. We've slowed down here the last hour, but that's all right. Again, we love talking to our customers. I mean, we just met this fella an hour ago, so it's really cool getting to meet people, and I think it's cool. I may be weird.
It's cool.
Am I weird?
No.
Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. I don't think so. I'll get one more of those screws. I'm gonna put one of these bad boys down here. You know why? Because I can. On that, right there like that. Come on. Move off of here. I'm gonna move off of here. I'm gonna push to the side and drill it, and I can slide it in. I get it. 'Cause I never let my eye get off that one little spot right there. Oh yeah, we're almost there, y'all. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna slide this out. Slide that in. Boom. Shakalaka. Look at that.
Looks nice.
Did you look at that? Just look at it.
I see it.
If you can't make it right, make it pretty.
I'll do that.
Didn't Red Green say that?
I don't know. I remember that show. But
Yeah. I think he had something to do with something about that. All right, so that's all I did. The wires ran up into here. Okay, I'm gonna get my cutters here. And I need a flat screwdriver. That's too big, that's too big. So my screwdriver's almost on the too big side. Running those out. These come from the factory type. I know that lid, it'd be nice if that lid would just come off, but it doesn't. So, oh well. So I'm gonna separate these guys here. Everybody gets separated out. And so my green is going to go up to this junction box, this ground junction. Then our other ground will come from that ground rod through this into theirs as well. So I like to put the black on the left. So cut it here. Dry bowl. Strip it. Strip it real good. 3/4 inch or so. That taut. So that to be back there. Okay, this red is going to go here, here. So I'm going to cut it right here. I can use these to cut. These will cut. You can't cut steel with them, but you can sure cut copper. Can you believe we get to do this for a living?
No.
I can't either, but I love it. It's not for everybody what we do, I will be honest, but I mean, shoot. I love it. It's hard work sometimes. I'm gonna strip quite a bit off of this if I can. Those are still tight. I gotta get a different screwdriver. Where was that? Right here. Ground. This is our pumps ground right here. Run it up. Get in there, little fella. Get him in the center back there. Like that. Okay. All right, now we're gonna run our other ground in there. I gotta drill a hole. Somewhere. I'm gonna start with this little hole right here. This probably ain't gonna do this. Everybody's gonna look at this and be like, yeah, you can't do that. I just gotta go a little bit. That worked.
Looks like it worked to me.
Just fine. May need to go a bit more, but I don't think so. You hold that for me. Spam people keep calling. What do they want from me? There comes the wind, right as I'm trying to get this thing set. I'm using my phone here as a
angle measurer.
Yeah. So this little level feature right there. So where we are in this part of Oklahoma, there's a 29.5 degrees is our year-round setting. And what that means, just hand me that bolt and stuff, I don't really need to. What that means is from horizontal, angled down, 29.5 degrees is the year-round setting. I don't know, there we go. You can come out here every 3 months and change the angle of this thing if you wanted to, and it'd put it to the best efficiency. But many people really don't want to do that, so what you end up doing is 30. I'm gonna set it right. Did I get there? Okay, I'm gonna run this up. And I say 29.5 degrees. It can be 30, but I'm gonna do my best to get it up higher. There's 29. This thing don't do halves. See that? I mean, it's either 29, 28, or 30. So, I mean, if it's bouncing that close to 30, see, we're good. I'm gonna call that good. But that right there is what's called a year-round setting. So, if you wanted to, you could come out here in the wintertime and lower this thing way down, and it would be really steep, about like this. So, because the sun is in more of the southern hemisphere. Summertime, it's actually higher, it's more flat. But at this setting right here, you're still getting really good power. It's like 70, I want to say it's 70 something percent or 80 something percent efficiency. But you could, if you want to come in here 4 times a year, you could change this and then get more efficiency if you need it. But this is, like I said, it's going to fill a tank. This tank's always going to be full the way it's set up. So, and I wanted to go ahead and set this angle so I can do our final cuts of our wires that are going to go to feed our panels. So that's what I wanted to head and I'll leave a little extra in case they did want to come out here and adjust it at another time. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Wow. Yeah.
How do I always hit this? And it's always on camera when I do it. You know? Come here, little fella.
Just talent.
Yeah, I guess. So these things actually have power to them. Like if I ran my voltmeter through it, it'd be reading 48 volts more than likely with the sun that we have today. But like you could sit here and kind of, if the ground was wet and you were cutting on this, you'd feel it. But
so don't do that.
Don't do that. It's not going to affect us here because we're on dry ground and really good boots. I'm going to run this over this because I'm going to let all my wires come in on this guy right here. So we're also going to make a plug in here. We're going to wire a plug into this for a generator. So it'll go, I'll do another set of these connectors that go down, and then that plug, and then another set of wires that goes in here. So And I've already built one splice over here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to run this. Let's see, this is my short one, so it's going to go here. I can cut it off. I get it. We'll just cut off a, I don't know, maybe a 6-inch piece. Because there'll be a big plug in here and another wire. So I'll do it something like that, because that'll give us all that extra room. If they wanted to lay their panels down further during the winter time, it'll give them plenty of room to do that. We'll do like a 10-inch piece over here. Okay, there's that one. Let's build another plug.
Can't go that way.
You about to take out the conduit?
Well, I can usually step over it.
I'm gonna get my strippers. Alright, so we're gonna strip back. Let's see that much right there. So we got wire right there. Okay. Under my pile of stuff here, I've got, so that one that I made is the one. Gotta make sure I make the right one. I think this is the one I want to make now. Yeah. So, great, good job, Shane. Waiting. So this will feed down there like that. So we're gonna run this up through here like that. It's kind of like a little collet. It grabs onto it. And this piece gets squeezed onto here, so that'll eventually go up inside there. But this is what we're gonna do right here. You ready? You watching? So it's kind of a, gotta hold your tongue right, and then this will, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it, load it up in this thing first. It's gonna go in there like that. Open up. Put in there like so, and run our wire in it until we're flush. And go to town on it until it stops. And that's what you end up with. It really crimps it really good. See that? So you go in with your other piece right here. You go in there until it clicks. Right there. This guy comes in, goes in there like that. So there's our next. There's our other side. Bring it up here tight. Okay, there it is. So I'm gonna, what I do, like a 10-inch.
Yeah.
Let's take it over here and we'll just make them the same. So I want them to be the same. I'll take this. So I think this is still wire. I don't like
for that conduit.
So I'm gonna clip him. Like that. And so these will kind of be the same. I mean, might as well be the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's that. We just built a set of wires, so I'm going to strip that off, and then we're going to get our plugs. I'm going to do one of these at a time. Actually, I'm going to get my plug ready, because I don't want it touching nothing. So, in order to run this pump off of a generator, you know, this is the side that's going to plug into a generator. So we want this guy to be what feeds the pump. So, and this one right here is going to be what's connected to the solar panels. So just so you always know which one that goes where, this is the one that always goes to the pump. And this will hang out right here. And you can plug a extension cord into it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that's going to work. So I want to put that one right there so I don't get them confused. And we'll work on this. You have that in your hand. Sure enough. Get a little screwdriver. Get this bad boy torn apart. It's sunny today.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good day for testing a solar out for sure. You note it?
Yeah.
Stay. Thank you. You knew that was gonna happen, didn't you? So I'm gonna run both of those wires into this. I'll show you how it works. And people are gonna say, why don't you put strain release on that? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Yeah, I guess you probably could if you wanted to be. But again, this is always gonna sit here, no movement, until somebody comes and unplugs it, and this one will just dangle. So, you know, it's not really a, so we'll run this in here, and eventually both of them are gonna go in there, like so. Actually, I'm gonna go the other way, stupid. What were you thinking, Shane? These will both go in there like that. Sometimes you gotta force it through that hole. There it goes. Okay, we'll do that right there, huh? So, this right here should be our negative, and then this one's our positive right here. So I'm gonna get my strippers. Right, y'all. Strip them back. Does that have any? Let me see your little thing you got in your hand. Sometimes it'll have a little strip gauge right there. Do you see that? So what you end up doing is you kind of run it to there, and it'll kind of give you an idea. So we're stripping back roughly a 1/2 inch. That's what that company recommends you do to their product. So I've got a roughly a 1/2 inch right there. Cut it, strip it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and screw this in our positive side. Remember how I told you how you always know which one's the positive on these? It's the golden one. There's a gold bolt always, and then a silver bolt always. And then
Positively gold, huh?
yeah, and then your green one down here is where we're gonna go in with the ground. There won't be a ground on this, but if you were wiring anything, that's what that would be used for. The ground. And it'll make your toes curl up sometimes if the sun's out good enough. So this will get poked into the gold side. Like that. I'm gonna tighten it down. What did I do with that big screwdriver? Big Phillips screwdriver. Oh, I just had it.
Is it this one?
Maybe. Is there a Phillips back there? That's the one. Good job. Yep, that gets it tight. Okay. Now we're gonna strip this one back 1/2 inch ish. See that? And we're gonna twist them together. Why does Shane twist? I don't know. Because I've always twisted, and everybody's told me to always twist. And I've always been around a lot smarter guys than I ever was, so. Run it in good and tight. Okay. And this guy's gonna come down here. And then, this is always the fun, but these two are close together and it's far away, so these two are close together, those two are far away, right there like that. They're going now. And these go up in here. Look at that, went right up in there, just like they're supposed to. I'll be dipped. Yep, take them up till they're tight. There it is. You see it sate right there? It went thunk. Did you hear it go thunk? You didn't, did you?
I didn't catch that.
I didn't hear it either. I was just saying that. I'm going to tighten these up on the back side.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like a strain relief. It's just a kind of clamp down those cables. So if you do pull it apart, it ain't going to pull your connections out. It'll just be this area right here that's getting all the force applied to. Oh yeah, right there. Okay, there's one side. Okay. So out of this little guy, the other end of here it is. Out of this little guy, we're just going to get, you know, another couple 10-inch pieces of this wire, and we'll wire this other side with just two that go into these. Bada bing, we'll be making water. So now this one doesn't matter which way I put it in, because it only matters.
Pump side?
Yeah, this is the pump side. It only matters one side wired into the, and again, it doesn't matter because this pump is, well, that's Difficult to get to. I don't know why they went and did that. Made that really difficult to get to. Where's my other scooter? Right over here. Can't get to my screw. There we go. They had it tight. So let's do this. You know, sometimes who would have thought to sink that far into there was gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the screw's almost below the surface. Okay, get that as far as we can in there. I could probably cut a little bit off, but I'm not going to because it doesn't need to, because they're never going to touch. They'll still be a 1/2 inch apart. Okay, there's that side, and then this side I got it made. Just like that. We're going to put this bad boy, tauten it up. Use your chin if you have to. I have to write a story, a letter to these Leviton people, say, hey, adjust your machine out a little bit or something. Make it a little easier to do it. Okay, so we're going to run this in here. Like so. Get in there. Second. There are two close sides, or these two, and two close sides are those two. So we're going to rotate a little bit. Right there. Somewhere in there it should be. Yep, look at that. They're going in. Amazingness, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll be making water in 3 minutes.
Awesome.
Okay, I think I'll go ahead and strip these. Strip 1 inch, 3/4 ish. Oh, felt sharp. Get off there. That's what tip this is for. This is 12 gauge wire. It's like there's a little extra wire in there. They packed a little extra wire in it because I keep getting about 6 wires stripped off every time I do that. Okay, let's go this way. Those will go in there like so. Okay, so this bottom will go to our red, rojo. Go up in there like so. Okay, flat screwdriver.
I didn't grab a flat.
Didn't grab a flat. Here it is. Right here. We're gonna tighten this bad boy up. Again, reds, blacks don't matter. It's just a thing in my head that I always just try to keep things kind of straight. But this pump doesn't matter. A lot of pumps out there it does matter. But these, nope. So if we plug this in, don't look directly at the flash. Okay, so let me find that. Sail on and get some water. So this way is on. Get you old bugger. I have the hardest time with getting these things started. So I don't know why. Alright, so this is, let's say that goes down like that. Plug it in. Did it get all the way in? Oop. Oop. There we go. You want to take the first drink up? That's cold. Come fill it.
Wow, yeah.
So this is the 11SQF. It's rated 11 gallons per minute. But we do, and we still install a weep hole down below the surface. There's two ways to do it. You can either do a weep hole, or there's a fitting. You could put a T in there with a. It's got a little plug with a ball, and it's a little brass fitting with a ball in it and the pressure hits that ball and pushes up and it seals it. And then once the pressure is relieved, that ball will fall away. We don't do that. This works really good. Starting kind of sandy looking. Never give it away. I'm gonna switch sides on this thing because he was gonna miss over here. That's it, y'all. But that's that part. He's gonna at some point move that tank over here. He wasn't quite ready for us, but he's gonna move that tank over here, this flat area. And then he'll start filling the tank. Might ought to run this water a while, huh? And let that nasty go away. This is a brand new well, so this is kind of normal. It'll clean up. This pump is, the Grundfos pump is really good with having little sand particles in it and stuff like that. It's a good pump for that. So
if you have that in your water, it's good.
Yeah. Some aren't. There are pumps out there that you kind of don't want any of that abrasive stuff, but the Grundfos can take it because this is what's called a helical rotor. You don't want it to be real sandy or real nasty, but this stuff right here is going to go away. This is, like I said, a brand new well, so it's got all the junk coming into it, and we've stirred it up by putting the well in. So almost done. I'll put there's a plastic cap that's going to go in here. I'll put it on right now because I'll forget it if I don't. And I'll get home and be like, hey, what's that? Oh, it's this plastic cap.
I wouldn't have let you forget.
Forget all that. So it's going to go right here. It kind of clips in down here on the bottom. Maybe. Yeah, like that. Snaps in. Maybe it don't snap. I thought it snapped. And this goes in up here. Like that. I think that's all the way in. So it's all the way in. So we close that. There you go. We're pumping water again. And here's our solar panel set up. This is a pretty big system. Those are 300, and I think they're 390 watt panels. Maybe 375. It's kind of like every manufacturer kind of makes their own wattage, but these are, looks like to be a 370 watt, and they're 48 volts. Yeah, so it's a nice system, really nice rack. I still need to tighten this bolt up, it's still loose, but that's what we do. We kind of look around, make sure there's nothing. And I'm gonna get a zip tie, and I'm gonna kind of bring all this up. I mean, make it look good, you know. And this is the plug right here. If he brings the generator out, he'll just separate these two right here, and then his generator will plug into this one right here, and he'll have full water. So, all right, y'all. Well, it's been real. It's been fun.
It's been real fun.
It's been real fun. We've got a mess to clean up. Like always, I appreciate you watching us. If you like what we do, let us know it. I mean, it's really cool. I do, like, every day I kind of go back and look at my studio and I pull up all the comments, and it really does. It helps. Oh, I need to run that ground, man. So I got to run the ground. This pump will run without a ground, by the way, but I need to run my ground. But anyway, we love that y'all watch us. We love the comments, and all of them are really
positive. There's been nobody that really said anything bad. There's Lori again. But we're gonna get all our stuff wrapped up, picked up, tools picked up, and head home. Hopefully I'll get this thing posted today. Probably not, it might be tomorrow. But anyway, just thank you for watching. Hit the old like button, the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. I think we're up to 86 subscribers. Boom, that's amazing, y'all. I really don't understand why 86 people in this world would stop what they're doing and watch what we're doing. But it really makes us feel good that people are subscribing to something that we do. And we really think that what we do is pretty cool. And we're glad that y'all do too. So thanks again. Y'all have a great day.